What's good, everybody? It's your boy MrR3d, and oof, it is cold outside. It's like 37 degrees outside in Florida, and to us that's pretty damn cold. But welcome to the second episode of Aim Assist, and today I have a player by the name of Stealth something. I forgot his name. Stealth something. Anyway, as you can see, he is playing on Nuketown, and he is using a machine gun, a light machine gun. And I know what you're probably already thinking, why would you have a light machine gun on a map like Nuketown when you really should be running AK-47s or AK-74Us or Uzis or whatever? And you're right, those are actually the generally better guns to be using on a small condensed map like this, as in with an MG you more want to use a map when it's long or when there's short narrow pathways. And his play style was much of a rush play style where he kept running towards the middle trying to cap the objective, but it didn't match the gun he went with. So he probably would have been much more, had a better outcome in his gameplay had he been using the Galil or the Uzi or whatever. But an MG can be used in this map. Had he went upstairs and just picked people off of B, I guarantee they would have been able to cap the flag and he would have got a few kills. But unfortunately, I think the highest kill streak he got in this whole match was 3 or 4, and that was just because he spammed a bunch of RCs in the same time, if you really want to call that a kill streak. But as you can see, he loses a majority of his gunfights just simply because he is he's not using the appropriate gun. He's facing a lot of people that are using AK-74Us, as I stated before, and as you can see, he is being quite a dejected person. But it seems like his team is getting massively spawn trapped. And when a situation like this happens on Nuketown, Nuketown is a very special case. And a lot of the times you have people spamming grenades and stuff like that, which is why it's highly recommended that you use something like a flat jacket. But when you're stuck in this kind of situation when you're getting spawn trapped, honestly, there's only really 3 things you can do. And that's either you rage quit, because you're probably getting spawn trapped. B, you can camp and get some kind of air support in the air, like just like that napalm strike that just killed him. A napalm would have been very good. If you cut off, you can use a napalm to cut off the entire path for in the house where they won't be able to pass it. So you can call the napalm vertically, and then they won't be able to pass it for at least 5 seconds, which isn't really enough time for you to cap B by yourself, let alone giving you an auto cap for B. But it's better than having a whole bunch of people bum rush you towards B to throw grenades and all that stuff. Or lastly, you can run over to the other flag that's on the opposite side, whether it be A or C or A, and try to cap that flag, because capping B on Nuketown, the map is way too spawned and you spawn way too closely to it. And if you have to take that route of capping the other flag, I highly advise that you take over the house first and then you shoot it from outside the house, picking off people. Either be a distraction or just to switch with the spawn so they spawn relatively close to the sides of B. And the sides of B's are basically in front of the house that's I think it's like a fire truck area is by it or something like that. If I catch it, I'll point it out later, but you spawn relatively close to that area. And now the team is just pretty much getting spawned by kill streaks, and kill streaks on this map is pretty much rape. If you ever see like a chopper gunner, a blackbird, not a blackbird, whatever that thing is called, where it pretty much bombs the whole thing. It's basically a carpet bomber. It just pretty much destroys this whole entire map. And really, those kind of kill streaks, I honestly don't even recommend for a map like Nuketown. I mean, you get a chopper gunner on Nuketown, it's pretty much all good and gravy. You're probably gonna rack up a hell of a lot of kills because the map is so freaking small. It's ridiculous. But I really recommend small kill streaks such as UAV, napalm, and maybe attack helicopter, simply because of the fact that there's the amount of grenade spams, the amount of people rushing in and out of this area is pretty much hectic. And I really hope to do a demolition tactics video later on this map, but the fact of the matter is this map never really pops up on demolition. And I've gotten this map on demolition once. I got a 2-in-1 game, which I really don't feel like putting up as a demolition tactic game. I went 72 and 36, and the only reason why my score was that bad was because I didn't have flak jacket and I kept trying to plant the bomb over and over, but I didn't have the right setup, so I ended up just getting curb stomped by grenades over and over. So hopefully I'll be able to put on a much more appropriate one. The preferred perk setup I like having for this is sleight of hand, flak jacket, and third perk really doesn't matter too much what you're using. I suppose if you were using anything, it'd probably be something like a hacker or something, just to make sure that there's no what's it called, sentry guns or SAM turrets destroying UAVs. See a lot more players running SAM turret nowadays, which is a pain for a person who throws up UAVs. This is myself. A little side tidbit, Extended Tactics has a video where they display that you can get a music Easter egg if you shoot off all the mannequin heads, and that has to be done in a relatively quick manner. I've never seen that actually in a real game. However, it can be done, and it is proven, so you can go check that out. I'm sure if you search for it, you'll find it somewhere. Just throwing that out there. Little shout out for the NGT squad. But as you can see, once again, this player really isn't controlling their engagements, which is why they're losing the majority of their gunfights. Had he been on top of the roof of the second floor, he would have pretty much mowed down a majority of his opponents. Because as you can see, a lot of the times the people are within, I'd say, like a really close range of killing him, and there's nothing he can really do with his slow rate of fire, and his sway is very low. With a machine gun like that, you can't really move left and right when you're aimed down the sights as fast as you would with like a pistol or some machine gun, let alone even an assault rifle. And he pretty much, you can see, he pretty much suffers from this majority of the matchup. Now, like I said before, his teammates are really not putting that too much work. Oh, here comes the RC spam. RC spam, RC spam, RC spam time. RC spam. We're no strangers to RCs. You know the rules, and so do I. Teach me how to RC. 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 Everybody spamming. Everybody spamming. And I don't really have a song for this one. You just got too many damn RCs. Went for my PlayStation update. Now I think about it, I'm just looking at that. But back to the game. So as you can see, he spammed out all his RCs, and I really think it'd be more beneficial from that UAV, because his team was pretty much struggling, and the majority of the kills was actually seems like it was done from grenade spam. So I haven't noticed anybody with flak jacket, but the added help of a UAV would have probably been much better than 4 RC spams, as you saw. Especially since they didn't really hold any flags. RC cars are actually relatively good on Nuketown if you have 2 flags. If someone's about to cap B, then you can use an RC car to destroy somebody, but at the same time, you could pretty much shoot a person from any flag position minus the inverse position. And even then, if a person's about to cap C and you're at A, chances are you have an A and C spread. So that'd probably be your best interest to cap B rather than to use that. I just don't really like RC because the fact that you're sitting there mobilized for 1 or 2 kills rather than getting the UAV for the entire team. I'm sorry, just call me a RC hater. I really don't like that kill streak too much. But it does have its uses. It's just not such as universal. And I think we're starting to wind down to the end of this gameplay. Unfortunately, our stealth out player didn't do very well, and I think he went negative. But I hope you learned something from this video, and this is your boy MrR3d signing out. Peace.
Hey guys, we're on Facebook. Check the description of this video for the link to our new Facebook application. Subscribe and get our latest video updates posted right on the wall on your own Facebook page.